Hello everyone! I've counted the votes, and the card that you wanted me to talk about most is Malygos, former Blue Dragon aspect, and...
I am the essence of magic!
He has quite a big story, so let's dive right into it, shall we? Malygos was not born a dragon, his life began as a proto-dragon. But after he, together with Ysera, Alexstrasza, Nosdormu and Neltharion took down Galagrond, they received the blessing of the Titans and the job of safeguarding Azeroth. I believe that you will find my gift to you is not just a profound duty, which it is, but also a delight, which it is. Magic must be regulated, managed and controlled, but it must also be appreciated and valued, and not hoarded. Such is the contradiction you must deal with. May you be dutiful and joyous both. This blessing was given by the Titan Norgannon, and with it came incredible power and a full transformation from proto-dragon into dragon. From this day forth, the aspect Malygos and his blue dragonflight, they will be in charge of keeping an eye on magic in the world, not only control it and manage it, but also find joy in it, which fits Malygos' character perfectly. He was very open, he loved to joke around, he enjoyed his realm filled with colors, brightness and the young. Yet, his joyous nature would change once they were all betrayed by the Black Dragon aspect Neltharion, the Earth Warder, later known as Deathwing. Malygos and Neltharion were very close. They might not have been brothers in blood, but they were definitely brothers in nature. As close as they were though, not even Malygos knew that Neltharion had been listening to the whispers of the old gods. The old gods wanted to break out of their prison, and they whispered to him mad schemes, plans of world domination, having all the other dragons bow down before him. During this time, the Burning Legion invaded Azeroth for the very first time, and to fight back, Neltharion suggested that they should pool the powers together into a device called the Dragon Soul, later to be known as the Demon Soul. Malygos supported this plan. It came from his best friend, but little did he know how much pain this would cause him. When Neltharion's madness finally surfaced, when he used the Demon Soul not only against the Legion, but also the Resistance and his fellow dragons, Malygos and his blue flight tried to stop him. For their actions, a grey light shot out of the soul. Malygos was able to create a shield of smoke, but not even that was enough to hold the force back, and he was tossed away, roaring in agony as he flew over the horizon. The rest of his consorts and followers, they faced an even worse fate. As the spell unleashed, it drained them of their magic and their life force, leaving behind nothing but dry husks. This attack decimated near the entire Blue Dragonflight, and it would push their leader into madness for many years to come. Around 10,000 years later, give or take a few years, Malygos did play his part in the liberation of the Red Dragon aspect Alexstrasza, who had been taken captive by the Orcs. Deathwing had guided the Orcs to the Demon Soul, which they used to enslave the Queen of the Red and force her children to fight for them. Her consort Corialstras worked on liberating his beloved queen. Malygos helped with this plan, and in the end of the story, Alexstrasza was saved, the Demon Soul was destroyed, Malygos' powers were restored, yet he was still not sane of mind. That all changed though, around the time of the Burning Crusade. The blue dragon Tiragosa, she brought nether dragons from Outland to the Nexus in order for them to absorb some of its powers and recover from their injuries. What she didn't expect was that after gaining so much strength, so much power, that the netherwing dragons turned on her and would no longer listen to her words. She tried to warn them that this was not their path, that they could be more than just destruction, but the dragons wouldn't listen. From the Nexus, her master stirred. Malygos awoke to find his Nexus under attack. The Netherwing had gone mad with power, claiming that they were now the strongest of them all, part of the Nexus, and that they would rule Azeroth. We are the Nexus, the Nether Dragons proclaimed, not truly understanding what that might mean to the mad Malygos. For the Nexus is the ultimate repository of arcane energies, and Malygos, even in his insanity, was still the lord of arcane magic. If the Nether Dragons were indeed the Nexus, by the insane Dragon Aspect's notion, they were also part of himself. And so, the Lord of Arcane Magic returned them to where they belonged, inside of him. He absorbed them, and by doing so, for some reason, his sanity returned. Now you might think, that's great news, welcome back Malygos. But the aspect of magic did not agree with what the world had become. He worried that the reckless use of magic he saw all around him would draw the attention of the Legion again, like it did during the War of the Ancients, where he lost nearly all of his flights. So the aspect decided to start a war, the so-called Nexus Wars. He went against against his calling, against his very nature. He started hoarding the magic and drawing it into the Nexus. It became such a problem that even the Red Dragon aspect Alexstrasza and her Red Dragonflight, they recognized that we had to take action. After obtaining the key to the focusing iris, we were able to challenge the mighty Blue Dragon aspects, and with the aid of the Red Dragonflight, we brought him down. So ends the story of Malygos, but as some of you might know, the title of Aspect of Magic, it was transferred to another blue dragon, namely Malygos. Funny enough, it's actually Malygos that was chosen to represent Malygos within Hearthstone. If you look at the card, the art of the card, it's not Malygos, it's actually Malygos. There was a final fun fact that I could add to the story. Now we could go into much greater depth when it comes to Malygos. He has a huge story, which I will definitely do one day on the Monday video section, but for now, we've come to the end.
You are finished!
As always, I'll leave it up to you guys and girls to decide what card we're going to talk about next. So leave your suggestion in the comments down below, and who knows, your card might be used in the next video. Subscribe if you like my videos, leave a like if you enjoyed this one, and until next time guys, see ya!